Hi everyone. In this video, we're briefly going to go over the Canvas shell and how to navigate our course in Canvas. For those of you who haven't used Canvas before, had an online course through Shasta College, when you go to the Shasta College website, shastacollege.edu, you click on Shasta Portal, it'll ask you to log in and take you to your applications, and one of those should be Canvas. And if you click on Canvas, it will open your Canvas dashboard and it'll show all of the courses that you're enrolled in. It'll also give you a to-do list off on the right. I'm going to open our stats course. Yours will look a little different in that mine shows things that are not published yet, but very similar. You'll notice it starts with announcements. I typically post 1 to 3 times a week just to keep in touch with you, let you know what's coming up, what's due soon. And then it goes into the module view. And I organized this course in the order we're going to cover it. The very first is our course information and resources module. We have the course syllabus, my link to Zoom office hours, some calculator options, calculator guides, problem solving guide, tips for success, the community ground rules for use of our Zoom link and our discussion boards, and then some distribution tables when we do inference later in the course. In Canvas, each week there will be one module, and that module will have 4 pieces. The first piece is the weekly readings and supplementary videos. So when you open that page, you'll have links to the reading. Our textbook is free. You click on that link, it'll take you to the textbook. And then supplementary videos that kind of go over how to do targeted things. So for example, you'll see median here. It'll be a short 3 to 5 minute video on how to calculate the median. I would suggest using these to supplement the reading, not replace them, because I'm not going to go over all the nitty-gritty details that are in the text. In addition to that, there's usually other resources posted at the bottom. These are meant to supplement what's in the book. For example, both of these links for week 1 cover information about graphs that are useful to real-world situations, and for those of you who are going into fields where you might need to do statistics or read statistical studies, but that's not covered in your book. In addition to your reading and videos, you have 3 assignments for the week. You have 1 homework assignment, 1 discussion, and 1 test. The homework comes from the same sections in the book that you were assigned to read. So this week it's going to be chapters 1 and 2. You'll have a list of problems. You'll notice most of them are odd. You can check those odd numbers in the back of the book. You may do these on a separate sheet of paper or in a Google Doc or Word document. Regardless of how you do your homework, you do need to show all of your work or justify your answer in words. If all I see is a number on your paper and I don't see any context for where it came from, I'm going to assume you copied it off the book and I'm not going to give you credit. It is important to explain where that number came from. Once you've finished, you can upload a file of your completed work, either a JPEG, a PNG, or a PDF, or you can submit a link to your shared Google Doc. If you are using an Apple device, your pictures may autosave as .heic files. Those are the high efficiency files that only Apple devices use. Unfortunately, Canvas cannot open those, meaning it adds an extra like 3 to 5 minutes to my grading because I have to download your file and then convert it to a JPEG and then open it, because I'm also working on a PC which will not open those files. So please set your Apple devices to save your photos as .jpeg. I've got a video here to explain how to do that if you've never done it before. Most of you, I'm assuming, are pretty busy, but every once in a while I get questions from students about extra practice. You will notice that these assigned problems are coming from the homework section in the book. Usually before the homework section at the end of a chapter, there is a practice section. And those questions that are marked in blue have answers at the back. So that's a really good source of additional practice if you feel like you're still struggling and you want to do some more practice to prepare for your test. Oops, that's the wrong link. If we go back home, after the homework, you'll notice there's discussions, and you'll notice there's two pieces. There is a reply to topic, so that is your original post responding to whatever the prompt for the week is. That's due on Thursday. And then the second part is required replies to 2 of your group mates. That's due on Sunday. And it's 5 points per chunk. So 5 points for your initial post, 5 points for the 2 replies. After the discussion comes the test. Tests open on Thursday morning at 8 a.m. and are due on Sunday night. They are worth 100 points, but they are not 100 questions. I think this week the test has 21 questions. And there are several different types. So typically you'll see some multiple choice, some fill in the blank, some matching, some file upload, where I ask you to draw a graph on a sheet of paper and then upload a picture of your graph, and then some short answer. You get 1 attempt at these tests, and I believe the time limit is set to 3 hours, so plenty of time for 21 questions. They are open book and open notes. I would strongly encourage you to try them early. Don't wait until Sunday at like 11:30. If you have technical difficulties, if it's like after 10 p.m. on Sunday, I'm in bed, I won't be able to help you. I'm going to open the syllabus really quick. There's some important information I want to share with you, and then we will be done. First, notice asynchronous. You've probably already figured that out when you registered. So there's no live class meetings you have to show up. I'm not going to take attendance. I do have live office hours each week. Tuesday, Thursday, 6 to 7, Saturday, 12 to 1. I scheduled that to kind of catch those of you who are working, hopefully give you time to get home from work and get logged in. And then those of you who have Saturday off, catch you on Saturday. Let's see, what else? Contacting me, big important thing. There is a phone number here. Do not call it. It takes you to the SLAM division office. I do not live in Reading. That does not help either of us. The best way to get a hold of me is through my Shasta College email or the inbox in Canvas. I prefer Shasta College, and you can click the link and it'll open an email, but the inbox here in Canvas also works. I am here to help you succeed. I love teaching stats and I love to help my students. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or need help with anything. If you have questions and you cannot attend my office hours and you really need to talk to somebody, meaning emails are less helpful to you, the tutoring and learning centers are open during summer. If you click this link, it'll take you to their website. It'll give you the hours. It'll give you a way to make an appointment, because I think they also do Zoom appointments if you can't make it to campus. Required materials, the 2 biggies, the textbook, which is free online through OpenStax. You click the link, it takes you to you. If you want a hard copy, they're available in the bookstore. I think they cost $30-some. But why pay for something that's free online? And a calculator. You can do statistics without. I did in the 90s because I am old. But we have TI-84s now, so I would strongly recommend either a TI-84 or one of the free digital versions that's posted under the resources. You can see the main link is right here. If you don't have $110, there are plenty of free versions available, including a free program called GeoGebra. I think that's it. Grading is test, discussions, and homework, 60, 10, 30. Notice homework is a big chunk, meaning you do need to attempt those homework problems. I grade them on effort, not correctness. The point is to get you trying the statistics. Statistics is like any other skill. The more you work at it, the better you get. So no judgment, but you need to put in the effort. Discussions are 10%, tests are 60. I will drop the lowest of each one of those scores at the end of the semester. You will notice as you read through the syllabus on your own that no late pops up a whole lot. Late homework will not be accepted. It's not to be mean. I feel bad having to say that, but this class is only 7.5 weeks long, so we're covering about 2 chapters a week. It is absolutely going to demolish you if you get behind. So this isn't just to keep me sane with grading, it's to keep you sane with being successful in the course. If a disaster happens, a fire happens and you have to leave your home, a family member sadly passes away, you end up in a hospital, send me an email as soon as humanly possible so we can discuss adjusting deadlines. But please note that deadline adjustment is for emergencies only. If you know that you can't keep up with the homework load this summer because of work, this class might not be for you. And again, I'm not saying that to be mean. I want everyone to have realistic expectations of what a 7.5 week statistics course is going to feel like. So it's going to go quick. And if you can't keep up the pace, it might be better to put it off until the fall than to kill yourself meeting deadlines you know you can't realistically meet. If you have any questions about what you see in Canvas, anything about homework, discussions, tests while you're working, or about the course, please feel free to send me an email. As I mentioned before, I am here to help you succeed. You can find my email address in the course syllabus, or you can reach me through that Canvas inbox. And again, I am happy to have you in class, and I look forward to working with you this summer.